everybody. For those who are still awake. See if we can at least get a chat up for people. Okay. Should be up and running. Just make sure that this is all working. Cool. I can hear it. Hello, heavy metal fan. Nickelback sucks. Generally, yes. I do have like a few songs that I like from them, but yeah. Yes, I did shave my head. That did happen. So, welcome to the post-podcast stream. Am I expecting to get like a ton of progress here tonight? Basically, what I'm doing is I am getting myself to bed, because after I do podcasts and stuff like that, I have basically a second wind set in. So at that point, what I'm basically going to do here is just kind of play games, hang out with you guys, answer any questions that maybe I can't answer while we're recording the podcast. And it's not going to be like a full 3-hour thing. If I go 3 hours, great. But I'm really more just aiming for like an hour or two and just hanging out with you guys and doing either some grinding or playing something inane so that I can get ready for bed and not have to do other things like, you know, go raid the fridge or whatnot. Chaos Control, okay. And Pyramid Head puts in the "you got this" emoji. I do not, but okay. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions that you have about the stream or about the stories that we covered. We actually didn't get to every single one of them. A couple of the stories that we had in the wings was talking about Breath of the Wild 2 rumors, that the voiceover work had started, or that it had ended, and also that Beavis and Butthead, of all shows, has been renewed for 2 more seasons. Or you can talk to us about the whole voice acting bullshit that was going on, or about EVO 2020 and that getting canceled. All up to you guys. Or you can quote Austin Powers Gold member, because that's a thing you can do. So right now my aim, so I'm actually testing things out tonight, so I'm probably not going to stretch things too hard. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm actually testing the new graphics card to see if I can run things at 1080 and 60 frames. And right now, it's looking like I can. And it looks good, but we'll see how it holds up. What do you think of the rumor of the Sonic Collection? What rumor of the Sonic Collection? I hear a lot of rumors about Sonic, so I'm afraid you're going to have to be a touch more specific with that. And tonight, I'm just going to be grinding in Dark Souls 2, because I'm more doing a stress test for my new graphics card than anything else. Hey Drag, just letting you know that there is I am aware, Sophia, that there's going to be a Devil May Cry 5 special edition. I'm not surprised. So did you hear about EDP getting exposed and the later finding out that it was faked and audio taken out of context? EDP? Granted, I'm a little tired, Jiro, but who is EDP? Has anyone male here ever been hit below the belt? Pyramid Head, do you have kids? That's a better question. Do you have kids? You get hit below the belt a lot. They are saying they are going to remaster all the games. I doubt that. I sincerely doubt that. Why remaster the original Genesis trilogy? If it's adventure, I can kind of buy that, but even then, I kind of doubt it. Because what happens if one of them is unsuccessful? Then you don't have the budget for it. Well, and then at that point, I'm afraid you just can't you can't relate to me, Pyramid Head, because yeah, I have kids, and headbutts to below the belt happen, and they're not fun, but you know, you learn to forgive. He's a YouTuber that kind of jokes around and has meme kind of content. Okay. I did not hear about this, but I will check into it after, probably tomorrow, after work. Live and learn, hanging on the... yes. There be some lyrics there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pretty much. Like, the original trilogy, I say don't mess around with. If you want to work on adventure, I wouldn't have the lofty goal of doing all of them. I would say remake Adventure. If people like what you did, then consider doing Adventure 2. But just do it from, you know, from the perspective of one game at a time. Don't set this lofty goal up and then not meet expectations, and then you have shareholders that are pissed at you. There we go. I mean, unless you can condense it here, I mean, I'm interested, but I'm afraid I don't know about it, like off the top of my head. Bobby Hill kicked a few fellows below the belt. He even did it to his own dad. Yeah, and almost killed his dad. That's a hard scene to watch. It is hilarious, but it is a hard scene to watch. That's my purse! I don't know you! I know a few people who are going to be disappointed at my viewpoint of EVO 2020, but look, I love the fighting game community, and I in turn would like to be able to get better, but EVO kind of walked their way in. Not EVO, but like the Smash streamers or the Smash players and Joey, yeah, they kind of walked themselves into it. And even though I don't entirely buy the apology that Joey gave, I do think that he'll have a better one later after he actually understands the gravity of his actions. Hank Hill was not singing soprano. Hank Hill was sent to the hospital, I think. No, the paramedics got called. He almost died. He almost coughed out his testicles, let's just be honest.
Bearer of the... until...
level up. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do here is work on my endurance now, so that I can start upping my stamina. There we go. I know, I'm just grinding in Dark Souls, but it's just because I'm doing the stress test. See if this is working. How is it looking so far? I'm taking a look at the stream every now and again, and it looks good. But it is late at night. There's probably not too many people on. Because I think all the people that I've got are on YouTube. Besides, Bobby got his comeuppance later on when he tried to get his mom in the testicles, and then realized, oh crap, that doesn't work. That was probably the best scene of that whole episode. Is like, all of a sudden you see the fear on Bobby's face when he's like, "What the hell? This doesn't work on girls?" And there's the secret weapon. So the guy is EDP455 on Twitter. So the summary of the story was, this YouTuber was supposedly being inappropriate with a minor in DMs, but the screenshots of the DMs were doctored. Audio was edited. Oh, fuck them then. You're right, Peggy Hill has no nuts to knock off. Well, she does, but they're in Hank. Hello, Rising Sun. Yeah, that's... I really wish this wasn't a regular thing, so that we could just kind of not blow it off like this, but it could cause more outrage. But this is such a regular thing now. Both sides, like people doing inappropriate shit, but also people being framed for inappropriate shit. I think even Romeo Lacoste made that claim too. Is like that his messages were doctored with the girl who was accusing him, because they were made out to be a lot worse than what he actually said. Except they were very similar to what Romeo had written years before, so it didn't hold water. It's funny how Twitter posts turn into news and proof when people can easily make up stuff and edit photos. Exactly. I just heard the stupidest thing over the last month or so when I heard a friend actually admit this, that they go to Twitter for their news. That is just as stupid as going to The Daily Show. And I have friends and family members who did that and openly admit they did that and openly admit that they thought Jon Stewart was a journalist. And thought I was insulting him by calling him a comedian. Have fun with that, Rising Sun. I know a lot of people make the argument that, like, Twitter has become the public square, and yes, to some extent it has, but it's also become the equivalent of the Salem witch trials, all right? We're persecuting people for stupid-ass reasons and then saying they're evil simply because they match up to this problem and lumping everybody up. It's generalization, and it's bullshit. Using Twitter to stay informed is dumb. Yes! Or at least when that's your main. Yeah, if you're going to other places to be able to get your news, and at this point I would even say, like, you can't just go to one, because you're only getting one side of a story. Like, go to 2 or 3 sources, you're doing it right. But if you're going straight to, say, The Daily Show or to The Onion, yeah, I've heard that too. Oh yeah, The Onion's like my main news source. The Onion is a comedic site that makes shit up. And it's hilarious, and you should love them, but not for the reasons that you're saying you love them. Twitter has its use for sure, but not as a primary news source. Yes. It's good to get the stories out, but then it should not be the primary source of you getting that. Like, you should then go and look it up. Not look at links leading to very biased websites. Go look the shit up. Do the adult thing and the responsible thing and go look that shit up. Yes, The Onion is like Twitter. I mean, it's like... I literally had a family member who said that The Onion was a credible news source. Ouch. Just ouch. Don't go to The Onion. It's fine to use Twitter to get highlights, but make sure your source is good and verify the story elsewhere. Yes, you know. It's not just, it's the common sense thing to do. Like, get all aspects of that story and then make up your mind on it. Unfortunately, we live in the era of the 24-hour news cycle, so at that point, you can't entirely take everything just at face value. You have to go and look at it and see whether or not the journalist embellished it, or the accuser embellished, or if it was accurate and it's just stupid-ass stuff. And even the reputable news sources aren't always right. No, because... here's the thing, we live in the 24-hour news cycle, so he who gets it up first is king. Because then they have to refer to that person. So they will rush that shit out and not do the proper vetting. I keep on saying, I have friends who want to be able to get into journalism and whatnot. And, do their job very, very well and do not get any kind of recognition, because unfortunately in where we live, like, there's just a bunch of people who are in their 60s who want to claim that they're good at what they do, but they're not. They haven't been for years. And I'd much rather see other people in those particular positions, because they can then do the homework, the legwork that the others can't. But unfortunately, this current 24-hour news cycle encourages them to half-ass and to not put in the effort that they would want to put in. You know, what's his bucket from IGN that got outed for plagiarizing reviews? Look, he did something wrong, and I'm not saying he didn't. But at the same time, the system is kind of also to blame, because he had to pump out reviews so freaking fast, it wasn't possible for him to be able to give adequate reviews. He had to cut corners to be able to meet deadlines. And that's what so not only did I find his actions ridiculous, I found that, you know, what was expected of him was also equally ridiculous. See, it was like Kobe Bryant's death was stated first on Twitter, but the source was TMZ, so it's kind of fishy. till it was verified with other sources like you. Yeah, because if TMZ is the one breaking it, like, nobody's believing that shit. TMZ is as good as tabloids. I feel like there's a lot of people who get their news off of Facebook. Yeah, no. They exist. Track hasn't died yet tonight. I should go back to other streams. I'm sorry, Rising Sun. I thought I'd be dead too. Well, no, actually, I have died. I've died once. You just weren't here for it. I thought I'd be dying a little bit more often too, simply because I'm getting tired. Well, there you go, Rising Sun. I died. 40,000 souls, too. That sucked. Yeah, that's looking really good. How's it looking on you guys' end? Because, like, for me, it's coming in kind of seamless. And also, if people don't know, I've actually got some new lighting in here. And so I like what it's doing for the look. Can actually kind of more clearly see my face. We got some improvements. Yes, there you go. Okay, I can go to bed happy now. I want to go to bed. So no, I'm not happy. I want to go to bed too. I'm working off of a second wind. So have fun with that. Have fun dreaming. Are you having any lag at all, Jiro? Because I haven't had any so far. Do you know the answer to the puzzle? Scarlet SFM, welcome. I don't know the puzzle that you're referring to. No lag. Very cool. I'm happy about that. What puzzle would that be, Scarlet? I have no idea what you're talking about. So I will go with my default answer, which is waffles. What is the meaning of life? Waffles. How can all problems be solved? Waffles. Be right back. Stealing Truck's pet, so he has to keep streaming. Yeah, I can see you doing that. And no, you can't steal my bed. I love my bed. That thing is amazing. Yes, waffles are in fact good. That's why they're the universal answer for everything. Let's get another point. And once again, if people are hoping for, like, progress in this stream, that's not happening. Most of the time, I think a lot of these post streams are going to be, like, grinding or me putting on an old-school arcade game just to play something before going to bed. I'm sure I could get Shadow or Andrea to help me steal the bed. Not Andrea. Andrea loves the bed, so it wouldn't work. You'd have to offer up a really good replacement.
Bearer of the curse.
I'd leave a box of waffles.
I will always be at until.
So, like, I get Eggo waffles? Hell no. Belgian people, like big old Belgian waffles. And even then, that's not enough. Not for my bed. That bed's amazing. Wow, and I thought there'd be a little bit of a glare off of this poster, but it's actually looking pretty good. Or you get a bed made of giant waffles. Nah, that wouldn't be comfortable, I don't think. Plus, that would not help with the late night eating. Lego my Eggo. Yep. Hey, I've done Eggo from time to time. Eggo's fine, but I also like doing homemade. Homemade waffles are awesome. When I was learning to make breakfast, I relied heavily on Eggos because I didn't want to learn to make it myself until I could simplify it. Now I go out of my way to make the good stuff. Because me and Andrea both love it. Seriously, guys, like one of our gift adventures is just to go out to IHOP because, you know, we both had to like live off of it to some extent for college. So it's like, oh yeah, we just don't want to wake up this early in the morning. Let's go to IHOP. Let's give ourselves the breakfast we probably should have had, but we didn't. It works. Still waiting to hear back from Scarlett. I want to know if I answered appropriately. Did I answer the puzzle? If that wasn't the answer, then how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yeah, if I want good breakfast food, I go out to get it. Yeah. As much as I'd like to be, you know, the ideal guy who or, you know, Andrea be the ideal girl who makes really good at-home breakfast, I'm not. But only IHOP. Only IHOP. Like, for all the people who want to say Denny's, I get it. You like Denny's. Denny's is not as satisfying. Yay, we got 100 messages tonight. Not too many people on, that's great. Too lazy to make it home. Exactly. That's why IHOP is an amazing thing. That's why IHOP is legit. Sometimes those mom and pop restaurants have better breakfast than bigger chain restaurants. Yeah, no, you're right. Unfortunately, a lot of the mom and pop stuff around us has lost out. So there are a few places, and we go to them from time to time, but yeah, we just kind of lived off of IHOP for a while. For example, like one of the ones we're kind of hoping survived the pandemic is a local place called Waffle. I hope so. I don't know. We'll have to check it at some point. Thoughts on Waffle House? I've never been to a Waffle House. There are no Waffle Houses in Utah, at least to my knowledge. I think the closest time I've ever been to a Waffle House was when I went out to Atlanta for a friend's wedding, and we didn't take up the opportunity. Ugh. We should have, but we had that Waffle House, and it was like 5 minutes away from where we were staying. But we also had an IHOP that was like 3 minutes away. So guess where we went? Besides, a lot of the food we ate there was provided. It's not like we were a major part of the wedding party. We were there for the wedding, so they were really nice. That trip actually was my first exposure to Korean food and Korean barbecue. So. I went to, let's see, Waffle House is gross in our town, worse than Denny's. I'll take your word for it. Again, like, Denny's to me is that, just because Denny's is what we have out here. I went to Waffle House for a late dinner a couple of weeks ago. My stepmom and her drunk friend were there. It was weird, but fun. That and the people who come out to Denny's, like, people joke about this, but I've actually seen, like, LARPers go into Denny's after doing, like, Vampire and stuff like that. And, oh my gosh, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see him walk in. It's like, dude. That's actually how I knew Vampire the Masquerade was a thing. I did not know what it was. I thought they were LARPing Ravenloft. For some reason, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, there's a thing called Vampire the Masquerade. What the fuck? And then I learned more about Vampire, and I was just like, I'll stick with Ravenloft, thank you very much. If I ever find a legit role-playing, like live-action role-playing game where it would be based on like the Legacy of Kain series, that would be even better. Alright, I think I can get away with one more. Waffle House is a stereotypical place to go when you're drunk or hungover. Okay. Yeah, that'd be Denny's to me. Even IHOP to some extent. I saw that a lot when going out and doing inventories in the middle of the night. Lots of people who were just drunk, dead tired, hungover, maybe even to some extent, like, still kind of working it off. But then again, who am I to talk? Because when we did the Ninja Turtles review way back when, that was done at a Denny's. Mainly because we couldn't find a place other than Denny's that would let us record there. That's why in a lot of cases we kind of stopped doing that. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of places that we could get together and record, like right after a movie or something like that. So it was just much easier for us to go see the movie on our own time and then get together and give our thoughts on it. Although I would prefer to go with the Geek News crew to go see a movie.
There until...
I'm not a guy who can do solo. I can, but I prefer not to. Hello, Rick though, bro. Welcome to the post-stream where I'm like halfway tired and we really don't have a whole lot of purpose. We're just grinding in Dark Souls 2. Man, because you're coming in what is going to happen in the next couple of months when Mixer and Facebook kind of merge? What armor do you wear? This is the armor of Horus. I like it. It's fairly light. It looks kind of cool. And I think also if you have... I don't know if it's a set bonus or whatever, but it helps with equip weight or equip load. There we go. I have no idea what that emoji is. Holy crap. Looks like glasses, but it also looks like a console. But I'm halfway tired, so does it even matter? Not really. See, it was gonna happen. Can you show me the inventory? Maybe in a minute. Let me get my souls back first. Do. I'm actually really happy with the new graphics card performance. It's working out pretty well. I'm definitely excited to try it out tomorrow with Last of Us Part 2 and see how well it holds up. Because I think that was one where we were getting complaints that it was getting kind of laggy. I always wondered if it was just a PC performance problem or if it was an internet problem. There we go. Okay, so there's my equipment. So I've got Dark Greatsword plus 10, Blossom Kite Shield, and the Oris set. Second Dragon Ring, Ring of Binding, Chloranthy Ring plus 1, and Ring of Blades. And I could probably replace one of these two and get War Souls if I wanted, but I'm fine with what I'm getting. So there you go. Hopefully that's what you wanted. I'm actually kind of irritated I lost a whole week of streaming for you guys. 1080p rant face for Last of Us 2 stream. You're welcome, Rick, though, bro. Sorry if that didn't help you out. Just not sure specifically what you're looking for. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? And with new lighting, so that you guys can see how pissed I am. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now just picture that for me making fun of hand massages in FF7 Remake. So that's going to happen. Oh, and really quick, I want to address this. So 200 subs video, it's gonna happen. I've already recorded it. I just need to edit it and then put up the poll for the videos that are proposed for it. Part of the reason I have not edited it because my graphics card died and I couldn't get my monitors to work or really a whole lot else to work. Is this new game plus? This area probably. I think I've used one bonfire aesthetic for this one, But no, this is a first run through. We've got only a few bosses left. Hello, Ray fella. Good to see you. Is this Dark Souls 2? Yes. Scholar of the Sin edition. Or Scholar of the First Sin. There we go. Although, the other thing you have to look into there, Gnro, is you're going to see dirty underwear in 1080. And Abby in 1080. Ugh. So another streamer got taken down midstream for anime reaction for community standards. So I wonder if it if it's too lewd like hand massages. So for community guidelines, what was he doing mid that? I'd be genuinely curious. And yes, this is Dark Souls 2. We're trying to make our way through it so that we can move to other things. You haven't played this game in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Dark Souls 3 is a thing. And I haven't played it, period, until we started it. And now I'm just trying very hard to finish it. I know a lot of people aren't going to like hearing this unpopular opinion, but people have been asking which one do I like better, Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2. I would gladly play Dark Souls 1 again over this. Dark Souls to me just plays a little bit faster. If you like Dark Souls 2, that's fine. That's great. It isn't working out for me. I have no idea. Only thing I could think of is the subject of the anime. What was the subject of the anime? Like, was it interspecies reviewers or something like that?
There until...
I could see it if it was interspecies reviewer, because that one's been getting a lot of crap. Dark Souls 1 is way better. It just feels faster, in my opinion. I haven't played 3 yet, and I haven't played Bloodborne. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a better opinion of them. But right now, 2 is just... it's kind of driving me crazy. With its over-complexity. Oh my gosh. Ah. This is kind of working. I'm kind of working off that second wind. I'm probably going to try and go until midnight, guys. Midnight my time. It'd be 2 a.m. Eastern. But after that, I probably will head home. Because I also have work tomorrow. Before we stream Last of Us Part 2. And I know since some people have asked this, what's going to happen with the schedule that we had before. It's probably just going to carry into next week, so we'll do World of Final Fantasy and Dark Souls 2, and then Axiom Verge. It was the anime Tower of God, so it could be just a random troll that flagged it. Maybe... What's that anime that I've seen a lot of people getting flagged for either liking it or disliking it? I think it's called God of High School. I need to go double check that, but it's either somebody's talking positive or negative about that one, and instantly, like, they get people butthurt and trying to take down their videos. Which is stupid, by the way. Just stupid. People are allowed to have opinions. Ugh. Oh! Okay. Well, that one blew up in my face. It's okay, though. Wow, it is so weird seeing my stream move that fast. That is freaking amazing. And the lighting really works. I was worried I might not have picked the right shade, so... And now that that's done, I can kind of focus on other things like maybe and stuff like that to highlight some of, like, highlight Andrew's face during certain games, or highlight mine. I've seen a lot of people with Last of Us Part 2, they're like, we want to zoom in on your face and see how pissed you are. That could happen. I wanted to make sure I fixed this problem first, though. Bosses in Dark Souls 2 are better than... Ray, are you trying to say the bosses in Dark Souls 1 are better than Dark Souls 2? I would agree with that. I would agree with it, just because they're more of a fantasy aesthetic. In this one, it feels like they're more horror aspect, except that it's not really that they're scary. They just look weird. From what I have been told, Bloodborne was the real attempt at horror. And then Dark Souls 3 just kind of takes it back to fantasy aesthetic, like Dark Souls 1. Yeah, okay. That reminded me of a Twitter post of an anime reviewer that got a big paragraph response for not watching JoJo and a bigger response for not watching One Piece. I watch anime and I have opinions. And that's fine. You can have them. You can have them. I do not have enough time in my lifetime to be able to watch all 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Or, I mean, I'll probably get to JoJo, but I've seen a little bit of One Piece, and it's okay. I'd probably enjoy the heck out of One Piece a little bit more if the comedic end was treated a little bit better than the shonen end. Because the stuff I like out of One Piece is all the hilariously stupid stuff. I think the only one that I follow seriously, honestly, is probably Zolo. And that's it. I don't care. Hey, hello, Atlas. My first late night stream. Yeah, how's it looking? Have you ever played Neo? That's what I'm playing right now. No. And the main reason being is that I've had a love-hate relationship with Souls-like games. And when I started streaming with my wife, we started with Dark Souls 1, which I tried to play numerous times. And then we just said, okay, we're going to keep moving forward. And so Neo's on the list, but I think it's like Bloodborne first, and then because I'm trying to stay in like order. But the plan right now is if things go successful enough, I'm going all the way to Sekiro. Maybe even to, well, I think we've already confirmed this, but the PS5 remake of Demon Souls. Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with the performance that I'm seeing so far. Looks really great. I'm not seeing really any lag on my end. We'll see what happens on Saturday when we get a lot of audience, but I think we'll be okay. This is about the numbers we usually pull. Maybe a little bit more. Having a good run. Jeez, I don't even know if I'm going to make it to midnight. Oh. Now it's starting to hit. Now that bed is starting to look really good. See, Neo is actually one I would really like to try because I have been told, as I am a fan of the Onimusha franchise, that is a game that would actually scratch my Onimusha itch for some samurai action. I don't know, but I'm very intrigued. The bosses are extremely difficult with Neo. Oh, great. Actually, you know what? If they're difficult in the right way, then I don't care. Because I'm okay with challenge. Like, we've gotten satisfaction out of killing some bosses in Dark Souls. Wow, how did that not hit? There we go. Yeah, I'd like you to clarify on that if you can, Ray. Like, are they difficult in the aspect of like they have unique mechanics attached to them, or are they difficult just because we can tune things up to kill you just by looking at you? Because both have fun factors. Both also have annoying factors. Oh my goodness, we actually are building up some serious stamina, some serious health. I think for at least the next two bosses we should be okay, as long as we do them right.
Bearer up until...
Which I think we have. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so that's more stamina. to work with. Now we can go work on some Vigor. Is Vigor. Is Vigor. Oh, and somebody was asking what kind of a graphics card I got. I couldn't afford anything super expensive. I got a GeForce GTX 1650, which was an upgrade from my GTX 1060. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not one of those PC gamers that can afford to go out and get the really nice stuff. I do what I can, and I make it work under the budget that I have. I don't know if some of the bosses in Neo can be considered as fair. There are some bosses that can one-shot kill. Oh yeah, and that's fine. Besides, one boss does not a game make. Jeez. Yeah, now that's catching up to me, but you know what? This is actually a lot better than what I usually did. Down at least second wins, I'd go downstairs and just snack. And you can't do that. It just wrecks you. What made you decide to stream this late? A couple of reasons. I'd gotten a few people asking if I would ever consider doing a post-podcast stream where I can kind of address some of the things that are getting talked about while we're recording. And so I was okay with doing that. I also wanted to test out the new graphics card, and it seemed like this would probably be a good environment to be able to do it. And also, I'm going to admit, also for a selfish reason, which is that after podcasts, I get a really big second wind. And there are two ways to be able to handle it, because I can't go to bed. One was to just play a game with you guys and just hang out, or to go downstairs and snack and watch anime and go to bed really late and regret it the next day. So I'm experimenting. Fine. There you go. And it's not like I'm going for a full 3 hours. I'm going for as long as I can stay up. So there might be weeks where it's not going to be that long. There are probably nights where I could probably do a full 3 hours. Hence why I'm doing, like, grindy content and other stuff. Because at that point, I don't want to make a commitment to progression or anything like that. Like, not make Friday nights a stream night where I take on a game. Because this is more just, like, burn me out, so to speak, than anything else. Plus, it comes with the added benefit of hanging out with some friends, as well as being able to shoot the shit about stories that either we talked about or that we didn't. You're still awake. You could probably pull that off, Atlas. I'm not there in my life anymore. Like, I used to be a really big night owl, but now being a dad, you can't really be one. like on usual like Monday nights or Tuesday nights, like early in the week, me and Andrea are going to bed as early as 10:30. And on like Wednesday night where we don't have a stream, we're probably going to bed as early as 9. Right as we are expecting our kids to go to bed. There we go. I don't know if it's showing or not right now, but I'm kind of getting there. Yeah, I won't be on for much longer. I have to go to work tomorrow morning, so I'm going to go into bed here in like 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try and aim for midnight, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. I normally sleep at 10:50 during weekdays. See, my usual going to bed, like being a night owl, I go to bed no later than like 2 a.m. and then I was done. But in those golden days, I could get up at 10. It would make sense. Now I'm going to bed, or I'm getting up as early as like 7:30. Which sucks for me because I am not a morning person in the slightest. I hate mornings, honestly. I'd much rather wake up at like 10 or 11. It's not just because I hate waking up. That sucks, but I have other problems that happen during that too. I have allergies, I have ticks, allergies, lots of crap that can happen. Oh my gosh. Let's get the point in.
Bear and
Okay. Let's do this. Dark Souls is not the best game to play when you're tired. Not really, that's why I'm grinding, because it's routine. That's why I'm not trying to take on bosses right now. And I'm sorry to say it, guys, I don't think I'm going to make it much longer. I thought I could make it to midnight, but I am already kind of falling asleep and am kind of getting droopy. So, yay, and also, I'm sorry, I did not make it. But, nonetheless, this was actually still a good stream. We were able to get a really good assessment of the new graphics card and be able to see if we could pull off 1080 at 60. I am happy to say that we probably can. And, yeah. So you guys can join us tomorrow for me and Andrea are going to be continuing on in The Last of Us Part 2, and then we will also figure out the stream schedule later than that. Until then, have a good night, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the podcast and for here, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, I'm going to go get some sleep. No 24-hour stream. I mean, I'm going to have to be on some, like, steroids or something like that to pull that off. Good night.